Welcome everybody to the 2020 Jeep Gladiator. This is the first pickup truck from Jeep in nearly 25 years, and this mid-size quarter-ton truck is largely based upon the JL Wrangler that came out last year. But this is so much more than a vehicle that's just a Wrangler with a 5-foot bed slapped onto the back. So let's go through a full in-depth tour of this Gladiator, and if you like the look of this vehicle, then head over to courtesy Chrysler, Jeep, Ram and Dodge, where you can test drive this exact vehicle or the other 25 Gladiators that they have on their lot right now. We all know the capability of a Wrangler. We all know what it can do, and adding a 5-foot bed to it really doesn't add much compromise to this vehicle at all. It has a standard payload capacity of 1,600 pounds and has a max towing rating of 7,650 pounds. It has an additional 19.4 inches within the wheelbase and is about 32 inches longer overall. That not only increases the ride comfort and the stability over the Wrangler, it also adds to the capability of what every mid-size truck should be able to do. So this has a totally different rear suspension system to the regular Wrangler. Here it's a 5-link system, so it's much more capable of towing things, and you won't get that squatting look at the back, making it so that if you're loading heavy things into the back or you're towing, then this is a much more stable vehicle overall. There's 3 trim levels for Canada currently. You have the Sport S, the Overland, the vehicle that I'm driving right now, and the Rubicon. All of them currently in Canada come with the 6-speed manual or the 8-speed automatic transmission with the 3.6-litre Pentastar V6 engine that produces 280 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque with automatic stop-start tech. And being based on the Wrangler, it has that same character and the same off-road capability. The Gladiator in its standard form is trail rated, meaning that it satisfies the 5 most crucial criteria for an off-road vehicle in the eyes of Jeep. It has maneuverability, articulation, traction, the ability to ford deep waters up to the hood line, and has exceptional ground clearance. Depending on which model you go for, the ground clearance will improve. In this Overland model, we have the side steps integrated, but if you go for the Rubicon, you have the rock shields protection, which is just a big thick steel tube running the length of the vehicle in between the wheels and just on that smaller quarter panel. Of course, the Rubicon adds so much more off-roading potential. For the Gladiator, for most people, the Overland just makes more sense. You will have the ability to easily cross any sort of gravel or light off-roading situation. But the Rubicon just takes that a step further with advanced traction systems, additional cooling and underbody protection. Perhaps the most critical piece of equipment in the Rubicon is the front and rear locking differentials. Inside this Wrangler, we'll see that we have the Uconnect 4C system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's an 8.4-inch touchscreen, works absolutely brilliantly. You have the ability to bring other icons down and replace them amongst your standard 6. And to round out the ability of the second row comfort for this mid-sized truck, if you're 6'4" like myself, you can happily sit behind someone the same height as you. The rear seats are actually stadium raised, meaning that the seat bottoms are a little taller so that people can have a better outlook into the front, don't feel like they're isolated back there. With a few different charging options available, the ability to lift up those seats and stow away items, and the available Bluetooth speaker that can be detached from behind the rear seats and you can take it with you, where it's a waterproof Bluetooth system. And if you and your friend have a Jeep Gladiator and both have that option selected, you can pair those 2 speakers together and create a stereo sound system. And so that wraps up a very quick look at the all-new 2020 Gladiator. There is so much more that needs to be discovered about this vehicle, and a lot more that you can see for yourself at Courtesy Chrysler, where they currently have 25 different Gladiators on their lot right now for anybody to come and have a look. Thanks again for watching. Hope to see you there soon.